Welcome back to the Famous 4 YouTube channel. Before we get into today's video, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you never miss another one of our videos. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some Land Rovers that are a little bit different. These are some of the most unique Land Rovers ever. The first car in our list of unique Land Rovers is the Carmichael Modified Fire Engine, specifically YVB152H. The reason being is that car was chassis number 2 of the pre-production prototypes, and it featured in the first advert for the Range Rover, a car for all reasons. It was then the first to be converted by Carmichael into a 6-wheeler fire truck, complete with flashing lights and a water cannon. Many other Land Rover vehicles were converted later to fire engines for the specific use at airports. This particular car was used as a demonstration model from 1971 to 1974, when it was then put to use at Marshall Airport in Cambridge in the United Kingdom, and that was used all the way up to 2003. The car was then purchased from a well-known Land Rover collector by us at Famous 4, before being sold on to another private collector. At number 2, we couldn't make a unique Land Rover list without mentioning the Cuthbertson. I've spoken about this on a previous video, of which you can watch by clicking in the top right. The Cuthbertson is such a cool vehicle. It is a modified Series 2 that was equipped with tracks in place of tyres, making it essentially a tank. It was a factory option, meaning anyone could have bought one of these, although the weekly shop would have been interesting. Have you ever needed to do a spot of crop spraying, but the ground is a bit too rough or waterlogged? Well, let me introduce you to number 3, the 1962 Vickers Hover Truck, or Hover Rover. A normal Series 2A with a blow-up cushion, fans, extra motors, extra hydraulics, and a lot more mechanical equipment attached. According to the poster, this is a tough cross-country vehicle built for use by farmers, surveyors, building contractors, and military personnel. Not surprisingly, this vehicle did not take off due to the weight of it reducing the payload and the fans interfering with the crop sprayer, so it was quickly scrapped. But we must give it bonus points for ingenuity. Next up, at number 4, we have a slightly unusual use for a Land Rover: a hearse. For those fanatics that would like to leave this mortal earth in their favourite vehicle, there are a few companies that offer the use of these beautiful modified Defenders for funerals. These cars would be a beautiful and touching tribute for any Land Rover enthusiast. I mean, even the late Prince Philip had one. For number 5, I'm going to have to take you back to the 1920s and 30s. Do you remember those old school cars that were really classy and luxurious? The kind of car you would expect the stars of Hollywood to arrive to film premieres in. Think the original Rolls-Royce Phantom 1, the Duesenberg Model J, the Bugatti Type 51 Dubos Coupe. Well, there is a Land Rover version. Introducing the Bell Orange Longnose, a one-of-a-kind prototype from 1968. This Series 2 has a 350 horsepower 5-litre Range Rover V8. Originally, they did want to use an engine from a Spitfire that would produce 1500 horsepower, but the German authorities said no, hence the more traditional engine. Of course, the biggest feature is the extremely long nose, hence the name. But this car also has one more feature, which is so quintessentially British. Odd for a car designed by the Germans, but it has a cricket ball gear knob. We're going to end this list at number 6 with a company. Glenfrome Engineering made several modified custom-tailored Land Rovers, mainly for customers in the Middle East. The company was based near Bristol, and their catalogue of conversions is rather extensive, but I have picked 3 that I think sum up the company quite well. Firstly, we have the Westbury, a car designed for the either extremely tall or claustrophobic clientele. This car brags 133-inch wheelbase. The interior was designed to make use of the room, and it is rumoured that one client even put a shower in his version. Secondly, we have the State Review, or Ceremonial Review, a car for royals or A-listers. This car had a podium and steps and a rail leading out of the rear of the car. This was based on a 4-door Range Rover Vogue, but converted to a 2-door. Finally, we have potentially the most interesting looking car on this list. The Glenfrome Facet was apparently one of the more famous of the Glenfrome conversions. They sold it as a go-anywhere sports coupe, but I think it fits more the alien vehicle in a cheesy 70s sci-fi film. Well, there you have it, a bunch of unique and bizarre Land Rovers. Which was your favourite? Or do you perhaps know of a model that deserves to be on this list? Let us know in the comments, and of course, like and subscribe for more content.